Welcome back. It's been a couple.
All right.
Oh yeah, all right.
You didn't say it with enough.
Well, remember that's my thing.
But you didn't say it with enough.
Well, you didn't let me.
Sorry.
Get to it. So.
Go ahead.
All right. Welcome back to your favorite podcast on the Rocks, hosted by Nick the diabetic and your very own TD. Only the OGs are allowed to call me that though, so don't even think about it.
What do the non-OGs call you?
Mr. D.
Oh. Chef Boyardee.
D's nuts.
Nice.
Nice. It's been a little hiatus. I love using that word.
Hiatus?
Hiatus.
Hiatus. You know, it's only 3 syllables, but it sounds like a big word.
It sounds biblical.
Wow. It does. This is my son, Hiatus.
Yeah. Jack Hiatus Delaval.
Did you notice something about my outfit, maybe?
Hawaiians are back.
Hawaiians are back, baby.
And that was from the weather change, right?
Yeah, it's been like...
Weather.
Today's like 78 degrees.
It was really nice out.
Which is great because the only thing I got for Christmas...
Hawaiians?
Just Hawaiian shirts.
That one is pretty... Got a couple of sharks on there.
Yeah, you better watch out. It might...
Great
get
white.
you.
Okay.
There's a couple. I think there maybe is a mako shark. Also...
you don't know anything about sharks, first of all.
Hawaiian has wooden buttons. I'm
okay,
a big fan of wooden buttons.
That makes it
tough. Yeah.
More up here. So...
I'm not saying there won't be another flannel episode.
Oh.
But Hawaiians...
So here's the good news about the weather getting finally nice out. It's on, right? As soon as the weather turns nice,
what's on?
We're back.
Who?
Just
the boys?
Just everybody. We're back. We're back in black. The 100%. Boys are back in town. The bad news, bank account is gonna go down.
Every time it's like a Tuesday and I'm driving home from work and the weather's nice and I'm listening to music, I'm like, I'm going to sell everything I own. I'm going to go to South Carolina. I'm going to buy a bar on the beach.
Okay.
And I'm going to just like do that.
And how's that working out for you?
Well, I've done it every Tuesday for 28 years.
Okay, so
it's not great. We're thinking about it.
Are we maybe going to get there or?
We'll think about it.
No, yeah, I just get tingly when that weather starts to get nice.
I don't think... With the exception of maybe college football, there's nothing I like more than having an alcoholic beverage in my hand and I'm in warm weather.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I need.
Even if you're just sitting on your deck.
Yeah, alone.
It's great.
That's it. I don't even need music.
Yeah.
I'll just sit there.
I feel like when it's...
Like a worm.
Like worms move. I feel like when it's cold out, like going out is just not as ideal. I haven't gone out in like a month.
Wow.
And my bank account is...
It's great.
It's like I feel rich. I don't know what to do with some of it. I should probably put it in savings. But
yeah.
That would be the prudent thing to do.
No.
Or no.
We'll save it up for the alcohol fund.
It's like nice weather. As soon as you walk out the door, your money's gone.
I don't like when it's cold because I think things are like gray.
Dull.
You know? Yeah.
Like you should have seen it in color. It reminds me of that song.
Oh, nice.
Where it just...
You know what makes me upset? And I call this Salisbury weather. When Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and like Thursday morning, it's beautiful out. And then Thursday night through Sunday, it's like cold and rainy.
Hurts.
The last like 6 months when we were in college, it was like that every weekend. And I know I can't control the weather, but I get like...
But if you could...
I get very upset about it.
Right. That would be something to get upset about. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So, it is what it is. Excited.
But whatever, we're here.
Still excited. And big weekend coming up.
This weekend?
St. Patty's Day.
Oh, yeah. What is that, Sunday?
Sunday. I don't know if I'll be partaking Sunday, but...
Where did you have St. Patty's Day in one of your holidays?
In my top 5?
Yeah.
No.
Not a top 5 holiday. But I would say St. Patty's Day is one of my favorites in reference to like the fact that white people are just like... We're just going to find a reason.
We're all Irish.
We're drinking now.
It's like Cinco de Mayo, kind of.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same.
We're just like, today we're Hispanic. Like, we just, whatever.
We're all Irish.
I literally don't know anything about what St. Patrick's Day is. Like, why it became a thing.
I just know you wear green.
Yeah, or you get pinched.
which is bullcrap.
Who started that?
Probably
What if it was like a nut tap?
like the Germans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but just, I'm not wearing green. What are you going to do? You just get, what if it was just like, you're not wearing green, you get your ass kicked?
You get like jumped.
You just get this
And the cops are like, yeah, he's not wearing green.
not wearing green, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Figure it out, dude.
But then you're like, oh, look at my socks.
My toenail polish.
Has green on.
Then what happens? You get to punch that guy? There's a lot to
it's just,
unpack.
yeah, there's a lot to think about when, but I don't think anybody cares.
No, you just booze it up.
You just wear green and you want to drink. Cool.
I feel like we could use a few more Irish pubs around here.
The only one I can think, oh, well, there's Magoo's.
Yeah.
That place is kind of small.
Yeah. I love Magoo's.
Magoo's is great.
And then Bushwallers, which is
And
just
Bushwallers is
slammed.
It is what it is. Won't be able to get in that place
Yeah.
this weekend.
You know, if anybody has seen me do stand up, I've referenced this before, but I went to the motherland of St. Patty's Day. I went to Ireland last year. With
Okay.
The lady, and I was like really excited to go and get like a traditional Irish drink, and like I go to an Irish pub because like that's what you do, right? You go to Ireland, you drink.
Right.
So we go to
That's all we do.
right. So we go to the first bar, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man? Can I get an Irish car bomb?"
Ooh.
And he was like, "No."
That's like frowned upon, correct?
I guess. You know what he told me? He was like
Isn't that a reference to
like terrorist attacks.
right,
Like the IRA, I think, was blowing up
right?
cars.
And then the Americans we
We just made a drink.
made
out
a
of
drink out of it.
it, and it's delicious.
Maybe it's because you feel like you're gonna explode after you drink one. I don't know.
He was like, "What if I went to Manhattan and ordered a drink called the North Tower?"
Ooh.
I
It would
was
be like that. That's what he compared it to.
I was like, "I'll just get a Guinness. That's fine."
Yeah, forget about the car
Yeah.
bomb.
Right. I'm sorry, dude.
That's crazy. I didn't.
Could you imagine though if you were like,
Right.
"Hey, can I get an Al Qaeda?" and the dude hands you like a Manhattan and then a shot of Fireball?
Right. That would be very
You're like, "This is not okay."
inappropriate. Yeah.
So don't go to Ireland and
Wow.
order a car bomb.
Just order one here.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
That is. They are. What is? What is that? What is that? The one where you drop in?
It's Guinness.
Jameson?
It's Guinness, and you drop in a shot of Bailey's, but you have to chug it because it like curdles.
If it curdles, you're screwed.
What kind of science?
Your stomach explodes. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, because those.
A little Irishman pops out.
Yeah, and then there's the Irish trash can, which is a
I've never heard
drink,
of that.
and I think it's like Red Bull and like gasoline or something. I don't know, something like that. And Jameson, of course.
You know what was weird when I was in Ireland? Loved Ireland. Nobody attacked me.
Did you see any leprechauns?
Just like a few, but they were chill. So like
Makes sense.
they drink like a decent amount of beer, but if you get a liquor drink from a bar, they hand you like a cup of like club soda or whatever your mixer is, and then they give you like a little mini single shot on the side. And if you ask for like a double, they just give you 2 mini shots on the side. Their liquor drinks are actually really weak. And I met this couple from Canada, and I was like, dude, where's the booze here? Like, I'm trying to drink liquor. And they were like, yeah, only Americans drink that much liquor.
Makes sense.
He called it like a highball pour or something. He was like, only you guys do that. The rest of the
You
country.
guys.
He's like, the rest of the world just does one shot at a time.
USA.
That's why he won in that movie Beer Fest.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Beer Fest? Oh, it's a true story.
Really?
I mean, no one's ever told me that it's not.
Don't Google that. Is
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, St. Patty's Day wouldn't be like top 5. It wasn't, but it's definitely like you're like, oh, good time.
Of the miscellaneous holidays,
It's a miscellaneous holiday.
it's a top miscellaneous holiday.
That's a good.
You know,
Yeah.
I used to go to the University of West Virginia, go Mountaineers.
I've been there for St. Patty's Day.
Dude, that is
Out
another
of control.
world.
Out of
Yeah.
control.
Shout out Mountaineers.
Dude,
Eat
do
shit,
you
man.
remember that we were down in Salisbury? It was a Cinco de Mayo, and we were at Plaza or something
I do. Yep.
with the guy who came in. This dude comes in and
Hammered.
Oh God, he was so shocked. But he was wearing a Stone Cold leather jacket. He had the shorts on,
Yep.
and he had the belt.
Fully dressed as Stone Cold.
Okay, and he takes, I don't know, were they cans or glasses?
No, they were cans because he did it.
Cans, and he does. Everybody's cheering this guy on, like obviously, like you're just a
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. He does does that, immediately gets thrown out.
He showed up, could barely walk,
Yeah.
was in the bar for 30 seconds,
Immediately.
packed bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it was singing him out. Mexican restaurant. No, Stone Cold. Get out.
That's
Then he didn't
awesome.
have to pay. Get out.
That's amazing.
And then we watched him leave the parking lot, get in his car, stumble into his car,
yeah,
and drive off.
just gone. Legend.
Just not supporting drinking and driving, but that was insane.
Yeah.
It's like somebody maybe should call an Uber for that guy.
They were like, get out.
Just get out.
No
Fine.
one has ever been in my life for that short of a span and made that big of an impact.
That's
I'll remember that guy forever.
You're saying a lot of smart, like wise
I
things.
got
right
a lot
now.
of. They call me Yoda.
Must have been the upper deck.
Yeah,
A couple of.
feeling loosey.
That's good. You got to feel loose sometimes.
Yeah.
I've been drinking these. I might have one. They're like seltzers, but they have like CBD in them and a little bit of THC.
So,
And I've just been.
so it's like 7 things,
That's it. I named 2 things.
but it's a
a
seltzer. Too,
seltzer.
so there's booze.
It's not. No, there's zero alcohol in it.
Oh,
Zero alcohol.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
If you just let me speak. God.
That reminds me of the people in college who would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm drunk, but then I'm gonna smoke weed, but then I'm gonna take Adderall, whatever." And I'm like, "Do you want to go up or down? Like, just pick a direction
Just
and
pick
go
something.
there."
Yeah.
Like at this point, you're just sober. Like you've taken so much stuff, it just cancels
You're
out.
just ready to finish a Rubik's Cube at that point.
Yeah.
Do some Mad Libs.
Whoa.
Remember those?
No.
Yeah. So that, all right, well,
Crazy.
what else we got? We got
Cra-
NFL stuff.
Crazy. For free agency, one of the best free agencies that I can think of as a
Most-
start.
Active, yeah.
I would say as a Skins fan, unfortunately, maybe the best free agency we've had that I can remember in a long time.
I would agree with
Where
that.
I feel like we're trying.
I would agree with that. Am I excited at all? No.
No. I said this to a guy I work with because he was like, I think I'm actually excited. And I was like, just to be clear, could not be less excited.
No.
No expectations.
Zero XP.
Especially after the most recent transaction. That happened like 2 hours ago.
What was that?
Sam Howell
Oh, they.
traded.
Well, they're gonna draft probably Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, but that dude, Mariota's going to be the starter now to come in the season.
Is he on the Redskins?
Yeah, they just signed him.
Why can't we start Jaden Daniels?
I mean, he can. It's just ballsy starting a rookie. I think they'll draft Jaden Daniels now for sure.
Suck it up.
But we got a guard who was from the Chiefs, Allegretti. We got the center from the Cowboys. We got a tackle. We got Bobby Wagner. We got the
Louisville.
Yeah, who's good.
Really?
The Panthers.
He led their team in tackles.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner's seasoned. I'm not as excited. He's definitely a man.
Yeah. He's
Not-
more of a locker room guy.
He's a veteran. He's a textbook veteran.
But I think he still made the Pro Bowl last year. The only thing that and Eckler.
And
Austin
Eckler.
Eckler.
And again, I'm not as excited about that one because
Eckler's 1 year away from being the number 1 fantasy running back. 2 years ago, he's the top fantasy running back.
right. Well, I think that was a career suicide move. Coming to the Redskins. Guys always come to Redskins, and that's where their career dies.
Yes.
Or they'll leave immediately. Like
And
Albert
make Pro Bowl.
Hainsworth, remember that? Pro Bowler. paid him-
Sean Springs did it. Remember Sean Springs? We had Sean Springs for 5 years,
And then
and
he-
he was good. And then he went to the Jets or something. And
And
was
they're Pro Bowl.
immediately a Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I've again, you can't get excited about anything the Redskins do
No.
until the season.
But Eckler's a good compliment to Brian Robinson.
100%. I'm not saying they're not good picks or whatever.
So there's one thing that I am terrified, but also excited about in the NFL.
Oh, I'm glad you. I thought.
Not in life.
Okay.
There's a lot of things in life,
All right, that's what I was.
specifically in the NFL.
Okay.
I don't care what the man's age is. Derrick Henry is on the Ravens. That's pretty cool.
I agree.
The team that runs the ball the most, except in the playoffs for whatever reason,
You
fire
know-
Harbaugh.
I like the. Who's they pick up Derrick Henry. Who's beating the Ravens this year? Their own offense coordinator.
It's gonna be Derrick Henry again.
Right. Right.
He's
Yeah,
just
I mean-
on their team this time.
Yeah.
Again, fire Harbaugh. But it is cool that they have Derrick Henry now.
I don't hate the Ravens.
I know. I like the Ravens are my second team
Yeah.
by default, by proximity.
Yeah.
But Fire Harbaugh.
Are they going to lose to the Chiefs again, though?
100%.
Probably.
They're going to lose to somebody. They're going to do something stupid.
Barkley going to the Eagles?
I like it.
I mean, if you're an Eagles fan, yeah.
I don't like
Kelsey
it.
might have to come back out of retirement.
As a division opponent, I don't like it, but I think that's a good scheme for Barkley. I also think the Steelers getting Russell Wilson are going to be good.
I thought that was a good. I think he'll do well there.
Yeah, because that's really what they were missing. They have two decent running backs. They have a decent tight end, decent receiving core, and a fucking awesome defense. I don't think Russell Wilson is going to.
I don't think
best.
He doesn't need to be Russell Wilson from Seattle.
No, just be
And that's
a game manager,
right, which is not the worst.
which is an okay stat, an okay trait to have as a quarterback.
Right. And we have to discuss, what does Kirk Cousins' agent have on the rest of the league?
Dude,
He has dirt on them.
I would believe it if Kirk Cousins was like out there slaying ass, but he's like
on the field or in
I guess just in general.
Okay.
I mean, off the field.
Okay.
If it was like Michael Jordan, or like Dennis Rodman or someone who's like
Flashy.
Kirk is like just a nice guy.
Right.
I feel like
you
Kirk
can't
is
not like him.
Right.
He's a likable guy.
I feel like Kirk is like, hey, they're really paying me like a lot of money.
He's probably like, are you sure? Like, they want to give
you
me
could
that?
work that down a little bit.
But like, you want to talk about a professional Hall of Fame bag getter
100%.
with one playoff win?
Kirk's agent
Yeah.
is the
And
guy.
Kirk Cousins.
And if you look at his contracts, they're good contracts. Almost all guaranteed money.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't get any $40 million, but you get 15. Like, he gets the whole thing.
Bag getter.
Bag getter.
Bag getter, which wasn't a term that I used before, but
Before Kirk Cousins.
I learned things.
This reminds me, did you ever play the game Spyro growing up?
Yeah.
Do you remember if you wanted to get past certain parts in the level, there was that douche named Moneybags or whatever, and you had to give your diamonds
I don't
away
know.
to
I
him?
don't remember the specifics. Okay, that's a lot of detail.
Well, that guy was Kirk
We've
Cousins.
been through a
agent.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been forgotten.
I'm going to say Kirk Cousins leads the number one turnaround team from last season to next season. Not saying they will be the best, but I'm saying from 2023 to 2024, Falcons make the biggest difference. In
I'm
wins.
going to disagree with that.
In wins.
Oh, in wins? What were they last season?
Like 4?
Okay, so
maybe 5. And didn't they get Joe Mixon too? They got a running
No,
back.
Mixon went to the Colts.
No. Texans?
Texans.
Texans are going to be good, dude.
I'm excited for
All
the
right,
Texans.
right now, Super Bowl pick.
God, I hate doing this.
Go for it.
You know I hate this.
Go for it.
I think it's going to be either an AFC team or an NFC team.
That's fair. I would say the last points scored are either going to be a run or a pass.
Or not a field goal. Or
No.
safety.
No,
Or an extra point.
it's going to be an onside kick.
I'll go.
I'm saying Houston Texans,
Let's go Eagles, Texans.
and the winner is.
America.
I'm going to say Texans right now.
Great.
All
Mark
right.
it down.
We'll revisit this in
Texans.
9
Years.
months, years. Yeah.
Years. When we're big time.
When an alien race comes to Earth and is uncovering old YouTube videos.
Speaking of conspiracies,
Oh,
couple
I know what you're about to bring up, and I like it.
the Boeing guy who worked there for 30 years.
Who was a safety director or whatever.
And so he comes out and is talking about how Boeing was kind of cheating as far as all the safety measures. They weren't completely following.
Yeah.
Every-
He was like, don't fly on these planes. He said some like they were using scrap metal to make the planes cheaper and stuff.
As a person who already is terrified of flying, okay, that's not what I want to hear. Okay.
I flew,
All for money, right? It's all a money thing,
right, but then they lost all that money from their doors flying off.
which is not safe.
I flew on a plane last week, and the entire time my thought was, this thing's gonna explode.
Yeah, not good. And okay, and so he comes out and what happens? Shoots himself in the head.
In the back of the head.
Back twice.
Suicide.
By 4 gunshot wounds.
Yeah, sure.
Back. I mean, remember the movie Shooter?
Yeah.
They made that thing. I guarantee they had something like that.
The timing, like the gun that was timed or whatever?
No, that he, when they're trying to kill the agent. And they make that contraption.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dude, that is so crazy that it's...
If they can think of that, it's definitely...
Yeah.
If it's in a movie.
It is so blatantly like this dude had one of the biggest corporations in the world, had some dirt on him, ousted it, and then dies.
Murdered.
Crazy.
And it's like the 5th weirdest thing. It's like 5th on the list of weird things that have happened recently.
If something like this happened, I have no idea, but like in like the 70s or whatever, I feel like you would see people like protesting, and now we're just like...
You probably wouldn't even hear about it. You wouldn't even, because of social media and everything.
Right.
We wouldn't know about that.
Now we're just like,
So,
yeah. They did that
Really?
again. They killed another guy.
Oh, okay.
Let's make a TikTok.
People.
Now we're talking about it on our podcast.
Right. That should be like front news, Foxy, and all of them. Like
That should be the biggest story in the country right now.
right.
And it's not. It's probably like those
But they're
gold
like-
shoes that Trump's selling.
Or like, oh, Biden ate
Both-
another ice cream cone or something.
Both presidents really old.
And what are we doing, dog?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. And speaking of planes, the craziest thing is what was the Malaysian flight?
The one that disappeared?
They were just like, hey, it disappeared, and nobody knows. There's still no answer to what happened.
How does a plane just disappear?
They're like, we don't know where it went. Oh, okay. Let's move on with our lives.
We don't know where it went. Also, we looked, couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it. Sorry.
We're done.
Like, I watched a documentary on Netflix. There's one on Netflix about it.
What's it say? Is there like a reason?
There's no answer. They're just like, oh, did this happen? They're telling you like how things went.
Was there someone like on the plane that like every conspiracy theory has like a reason, except Flirth. There's no reason to Flirth.
Right. Yeah, that one's just fun.
What's the point of
Flat
Earth being flat?
I think it's just fun. That my thing would be that we've been lied to about everything since the beginning.
So it's like the government
They're
being
programming.
like, I gotcha.
Like some MK Ultra type stuff.
Oh.
Programming.
Which, by the way, not a conspiracy. True.
Actual facts. You can look it up. Yeah. Oh, hey, plane was missing. But yeah, they said some big IBM or somebody was on the plane, or there's so many, and it's just like, oh, okay. Like what?
How many people are on like a normal airplane? Like 200?
I think it depends on
When I'm on it, it's 3,000 babies, no matter what plane I'm on.
That's
3,000
a lot
small
of
children.
It's a lot of people.
Could you imagine, like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go on a vacation. I'm just like a normal dude. God forbid some guy who has dirt on Boeing happens to board your aircraft. Now you all have to
You're
go
all in jeopardy. Or
what if they just found like a really cool island and they were like, let's just party here? Like
that's a conspiracy that it was weird.
That is one?
That they landed on some island and the government got a hold. I mean, there's literally. I just think the best part. They didn't even like lie. Well, it crashed. We found it. They didn't even try and lie. They're just like, we literally have no idea where this thing is.
That's nuts. That's awesome.
And then that show Manifest. Remember that show came out?
Yeah. Well, some of the worst acting I've ever seen in a show, by the way.
Oh my god, so bad. It was interesting for like a couple episodes.
Good concept.
The concept was great, but it stretched out. It should have been maybe a movie or like 2 seasons, but they stretched it out. And like you said, the acting is just.
I watched
really bad.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
And I was like, can't do it.
Bad. Down bad. Yeah.
Speaking of horrible television.
Oh, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was going to opposite. I started watching it.
Something good?
I think it's funny.
I watched a movie I already believe to be the worst movie. Not the worst movie of all time.
Oh, I know.
But very high up there.
Right.
And I watched it again last night because I was like, I really don't like this movie. Let me just reconfirm if it's good or bad. Have you ever seen Pacific Rim?
Is that the one? I always mix up that one and Battleship. They're like the exact same movie.
I have not seen Battleship. Pacific Rim is like They have the thing called kaijus, and they come through like a portal
I already don't like this.
in like the earth. There's like two tectonic plates split, and there's a portal. And then they make like giant robot fighters
That just sounds dumb.
to fight the demons.
I don't know if I've seen that whole thing.
Well, they made a sequel because someone thought it was good.
Okay.
So I watched it, like when it came out, like freshman year of college. Hated it. And I watched it again, and this is what happens in the first 2 minutes of the movie. First 2 minutes. The narrator is like, okay, two tectonic plates split open, a portal opens from another dimension, a demon comes out, takes out 3 cities, and then we kill it. And then another one comes. And then another one comes.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this.
And then another one comes. So after the fourth attack from
Is DJ Khaled?
No,
the,
he should be.
What's it
The
called?
narrator?
I almost said
Another one.
interpreter. Yeah.
After the
Another
fourth attack from an interdimensional demon wiping out cities, he goes, then we realized we need to fight back.
Okay.
You wouldn't do that after just like the first one.
Or like the very first second that.
You're like, get everything we have.
Right.
So they do that, and their answer is like these giant robot fighters, which is kind of cool. And they have like all these guns and missiles on them, but when they go to fight, they just like punch them. Like they don't use their guns. So you see one fight, and then they win the first fight, and then the next scene, so we're 10 minutes into the movie now, is the government saying, hey, we're not funding the giant robot fighters anymore. Instead, we're just going to build a wall around the portal that they come from. Because apparently Trump is president in whatever land this is in. So they're like, oh, I'm being defunded. And I'm like, who's defunding the giant robot? Because the world is ending. Like, what other thing is there to fund? They build this giant wall.
Can I just say, you just explaining this is just.
I'm mad.
It's making me upset.
This is the last thing I will say.
Okay.
Because I could talk about this for hours.
Because
Last
you
thing I'll
could
say.
just email me the rest of this.
They build a giant wall. This is their, hey, stop fighting back. Get rid of the
Build a-
giant nuclear-powered missile-firing robots. We're just going to build a wall. First scene after the wall's built,
Blows up.
they just tear it down. The giant interdimensional demons just go right through it.
I can see you're very upset about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So that's 2 hours you'll never be back in your life.
No,
pretty much.
I did it to myself, but yeah. But you watched something good, you said.
I don't know if it's good. It's kind of cheesy, but you ever heard of Brooklyn Nine-Nine
Amazing.
on Netflix?
Love that show.
I think it's fun. I'll say that.
I
it's
think it's fun.
It's kind of corny, but Andy Samberg's kind of funny.
I think it's pretty like well written.
It's like Law and Order SVU meets
Something funny.
something the other guys or something like that. Something funny.
Yeah, they have. I'm gonna say the best intro of any comedy show I've ever seen. The NSYNC one.
I haven't seen that episode yet, so don't.
Oh,
I've seen clips of that, but I haven't seen that episode.
it's like only the first 2 minutes of an episode. It's the funniest little
Yeah.
bit I've ever seen in television.
It's I'm on season 1.
Okay.
And I love that the episodes are 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can rip through a season.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff. So that's positive, not Pacific Rim.
Don't watch it or watch it.
Or watch it if you want to waste 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
It
you.
reminded me of what was that movie? Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, the one we watched.
When it ended, and I was like,
we were so excited to watch that.
why did I watch this?
Which one did you hate more?
Pacific Rim. I don't know. It's a good question.
At least the Knock at the Cabin one, we were like wondering what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But then nothing happened.
Pacific Rim is just a bad movie. Knock at the Cabin was more disappointing.
Very.
But Pacific Rim is a worse movie.
Paid $20 for that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you got to Venmo me 40. For you and Abby.
She can watch it.
Yeah.
She can Venmo you.
I got you. All right, so we did.
You want to get
So our top fives, we did something a little different this week. You chose a top five, like a random. What we say, random or like intro, whatever.
I did a topic.
Right. A top five though.
Yes.
Yeah. So you did a top five.
It might be a bottom five.
Right.
I guess it depends on how you look at it.
It could be okay, and then I did my own, and then you'll share yours, and I'll kind of chime in, and then.
So should I do all
But
of
they're
my
different.
five?
We have different.
I have no idea what yours about.
Right, and I don't know what yours is.
So do you want me to go through all five of mine?
Yeah. Yeah, do that.
Okay.
We'll do yours, or we can do mine, or whatever.
Okay. So I'll do mine to start.
Okay.
My top 5 or bottom 5, I don't know. Top 5 ugliest professional athletes of all time is what I'm doing.
Oh, you did of all time?
Of all time.
That's
Okay, so let me say this.
That's crazy.
I could not do of all time because if there's a lot of old athletes that are disgusting, a lot of really old boxers. I did basically, I took like my top 15 and then did like the most recognizable names of that because like there's a dude.
Right, because we don't have like picture.
Also, like the NBA.
Are these names like if you say
You'll know these names.
Okay.
That's why I had to do some siphoning.
That's
but
important.
Let me just say this: the NBA is the ugliest professional league in the world. I could have just done top 5 current NBA players, except for maybe Steph Curry. You go on like Bleacher Report actually had a top 100 ugliest of all time.
Really?
That I looked at for this. Almost all of them are just NBA players.
Yeah, but they can hoop.
Sure, yeah,
And
they're athletic people.
And they're still
Ugly.
bagging off the court.
Best looking league, I'm going to say MLB. Best looking league. If I can.
If you may.
If I may. So I'm doing ugliest, not most athletic ugly people, but ugliest, just in terms of how ugly they are. So real quick, I want to hit you with a few honorable mentions that are not in my top 5 that people reference a lot, okay? Not in my top 5. Not in my top 5. They just get brought up a lot as ugly athletes. Randy Johnson, does he look like Bigfoot's alcoholic stepdad? Yes.
Okay.
He's 6'7", just looks like a kind of big redneck dude I would hang out with. Not top redneck dude. Not top ugly athlete.
And now he's like a photographer.
Ugly guy. Ugly photographer. Don't
Okay.
take a picture of him. Not in my bottom 5.
Okay.
Andy Dalton.
Okay.
There's people who have red hair. I'm going to say Andy Dalton has what I call orangutan hair. A very unfortunate hair color. If you were to change his hair color, I think he's a good looking dude. I think he's unfortunate.
Okay.
So he's not in my bottom 5.
But he's honorable mention.
And 2 big ones, Dennis Rodman and Anthony Davis. Not in my bottom 5. Okay, Dennis Rodman just does a lot of weird shit with the piercings and the dresses and the hair. And Anthony Davis
Wearing a dress.
just needs to shave his unibrow.
And he could not be an honorable.
Right.
I think it makes him unique. Is that why? Maybe.
I actually think when he came out of college to the NBA, I remember him trying to trademark having a unibrow. Because his unibrow is like very like thick. It's like,
Very noticeable.
you know, some
Why
people.
would you not shave that off?
I think he likes it now. Like it's his thing.
It's his thing.
But if he shaved that, I feel like he's not as ugly.
Okay.
And Dennis Rodman cleans himself up, not as ugly. So those
That's
guys
who he is, man.
are ugly people, not in my 5. Okay?
This is crazy. Go ahead. Okay, so now we're
5.
Is this in any order?
This is 5 to 1, yes. My
I
5th,
hope we don't get any emails.
in my opinion, 5th ugliest professional athlete of all time.
I think I know 2 of yours, but go ahead.
Okay.
I won't say them. I'll keep them in my head.
Okay. At the end, you tell me if I know you know one of them for sure.
Yes.
Number 5, infamous Hall of Fame, world famous soccer player Ronaldinho. Not to be confused with Ronaldo, who is maybe the best looking man of all time. Ronaldinho,
I don't even know who that is.
if you saw Ronaldinho walking down the street in 2024, you would not know what gender he is. You would be like, oh, that might be.
Could be.
Ronaldinho?
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, played for Brazil, won some World Cups for Brazil, and then I think he played for
Okay.
Man City.
This means nothing to me.
The dude looks so weird.
Was he good? Is he
He's
good?
insane, yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of the best soccer players like of all time.
Okay.
Easily could have just played on the women's team, and they would have been like, yeah, she's
Like,
jacked.
Like Joanna Man.
Yeah,
Crazy.
she's the man. Amanda Bynes,
uh,
not ugly.
Bug's Life.
Oh yeah.
So. Okay.
Ronaldinho, weird looking dude.
Okay. I'll look him up.
Probably
after
Hall
this.
of Famer.
Hall of Fame. Okay.
Number 4. This one hurts my heart. Just so you know.
I don't like-
I'm not happy that I have to say this.
I don't like where this is going.
It's not Tony DeLaval, but if you had gone pro, you'd be close.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Unfortunately,
Man Rocket.
number 4 is the greatest goal scorer in history of NHL.
Wayne or Ovi?
It's Ovi.
Ovi.
Ovi looks like the Geico caveman, but like poorer.
A poor
Like
man's
the Geico caveman if he had less teeth.
And he's only like 37.
Yeah.
That's not even that much older.
His
than us.
hair, like, I know he, like, takes out teeth to look tough, but, like, he doesn't have a lot of teeth.
No.
His hair, like, the thing that Ovi has going for him is his personality. Like, he always seems, like, funny. Thank God. Like, that dude gets asked because he's got millions of dollars. Ovi is an ugly hockey player. In a league of ugly people.
Yeah, it's an ugly league. They have no teeth.
In a league of ugly people,
He stands
Ovi
out.
is a very ugly dude.
Okay.
Glad to have him.
Love him.
But he's
Lovable guy.
the closest to the Geico caveman that you can get in terms of a professional athlete.
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, ugliest professional athlete of all time. We're getting into the NBA now.
Here we go.
My man, Greg Oden.
Oh, Gregorius.
Greg Oden has what I would like to say the largest forehead ever, and I don't mean in terms of height. I mean like if you cut every human in history, if you cut all their foreheads off and weighed them, like his forehead looks like it weighs a lot. It has like 7 wrinkles in it, but only in like this much space. It just looks so like heavy, and he always has the same face of like
Dumbfounded.
like when Patrick turned on the Orb of Confusion. Do you remember that?
Dumbfounded.
That's Greg Oden all the time. He's probably trying to figure out how he has so many wrinkles in his forehead, and he's equally as confused as I am.
At 6'11".
And just can't figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greg.
Honestly, he looks like a nice guy.
He has to be
It
very.
looks like if you tried to fight him, he would just be like, whatever. Like, he'd hug me.
Probably just, no, it's not.
It's okay, man.
Yeah. Okay. Greg Oden. He just looked old to me. I
Yeah.
think you really went in on him, but
He was probably born, and the doctor was like, oh,
you're 9.
give this kid a license.
Yeah, give him some cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, we have a friend that could probably have passed for 21 at the age of like.
Yeah, he could have. He was probably buying booze at like
Yeah.
14.
He beats that guy, probably.
Dang. Okay.
But I really just want to stress Greg Oden's forehead is a very
unique.
heavy-looking forehead. If Greg Oden weighs like 300 pounds, his forehead's 57 pounds.
Huge bust, by the way.
Of that.
If we're just talking.
Oh yeah,
athletics.
coming out of college,
He was supposed to be,
huge. He was like a top 5 pick.
Yeah, I forget where he went. He came out when Durant came out. I'm pretty sure.
Huge,
Big guy.
big forehead.
Yeah. Probably a nice guy.
Definitely a nice guy.
We're getting a lot of nice guys.
I would, I don't know Ronaldinho, but Ovechkin and Greg Oden seem like nice guys.
Seem like nice guys. Okay.
My number 2, also, I think, a nice guy. I think a pretty nice guy. The ugliest starting quarterback in the NFL. Without question. The ugliest starting quarterback in the NFL.
Is it? Oh, you're going Lamar?
I'm going Lamar. Well, there's no question. He's the ugliest starting quarterback. Now, as a Skins fan, would I love to have Lamar? Yes.
Oh,
Does he deserve 2 MVPs? Yes.
Yes.
I would like to see Lamar win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
I have nothing against Lamar. I would draft him in my fantasy team, and I have done so.
Yes.
Every picture of him just always looks sweaty. And I don't think it helps that he's like always cheesing, like he is always happy, always smiley, which I guess is good. But just, I don't know, man. There's just something about Lamar's face. He's just not a good looking dude. Like, I don't have a lot to say about him. He's just an unfortunate looking human. Super athletic.
This is crazy.
Great guy.
Uh-huh.
Ugliest starting quarterback.
We should send this to your 5 athletes.
And be like, what do you think?
What do y'all?
Greg Oden's going to be like, okay.
Oh my God! Yeah, and you thought this out. I can tell you put some thought.
I'm not going to lie. When I was looking at some of these guys, I got mad. I was like, no.
What do you think when they look at you then?
They're like,
Wow.
that dude's got sharks on his Hawaiian. I'm not going to mess with him.
Guy's handsome
Yeah, watch out. They might
for
get you.
for a diabetic.
They might get you. Now, if I could say best looking starting quarterback, right now. Would be Garoppolo, but I don't think he has a starting job.
Okay.
Maybe Baker? Maybe Baker Mayfield?
No,
You
he's
don't think he's a good
ugly.
looking dude?
He's ugly.
Ugly. Ugly.
He's ugly.
So who's the best looking quarterback? Brady's gone. Garoppolo doesn't have a starting gig. Aaron Rodgers has that
who's
weird
the dude
haircut.
from the
now.
Niners.
Brock?
Purdy?
He's not.
McCaffrey.
Sure, I'm okay with that.
We'll say he's running pistol, so he can be quarterback.
All right, that's fair.
But now I can't even think. I mean, there's some great looking coaches. LaFleur?
McVay?
McNo. Yeah, I don't know. What the hell is the Chiefs coach name?
Andy Reid?
Andy Reid. He looks lovable as hell too.
I really
He
like
looks like a walrus.
the State Farm commercials with Andy Reid because he just seems like a fun guy. He seems like he's himself.
Seems sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I got upset when Travis Kelce yelled at him during the Super Bowl because I was
That was wrong.
that's my be nice to him.
It's like my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's number one?
Number one in my opinion is like not even close.
NBA, NFL.
NBA, obviously. Not only the ugliest NBA player of all time, which is the worst looking league, the ugliest human to ever be paid to do anything ever of all time.
Whoa.
Ugliest dude.
Oh wow, this is
Not even close.
uglier than that guy Rocky Dennis from The Mask.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I want to say this guy got drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and it is not Scottie Pippen, who is not a good looking dude. Can I get a shout out to Joakim Noah?
I hated that guy.
He is such a weird looking dude. Like the way his hair is, it's like, you know how like ska bands write songs about like smoking weed? It'd be like if a ska band did that, but like with crack.
I read songs about crystal meth.
That's what Joakim Noah looks like. And his like eyes look like they got in a fight. They're like really far apart. And he's just a weird looking dude. Like he's just an unfortunate looking human.
I didn't like him.
And he's got a big gap in his teeth, like right here.
Do you think it has anything to do with how unlikable he is as well? Like, does that play into it?
So let me say this.
Like, he's not a nice guy.
I believe you. I don't know a thing about the NBA.
Okay.
So that does not factor into my opinion.
Would it? If you knew.
If I knew that he was unlikable? I mean, he can't go lower.
Well, I mean, if you knew he was a sweet guy, that wouldn't.
No.
He just is not.
Well, I guess my 5 through 2 are really nice people. I assume Ronaldinho's a nice guy. So number 1 being also a bad person just puts him. The gap between him and Lamar is already so big. He just digs the hole even deeper.
Okay.
I remember, like, I would see him on TV. I'd just get mad.
Upset.
I'd be like, there's no way this dude.
and his form is horrible.
Everything is just weird.
There's just nothing likable about
Yeah,
it.
just a weird looking guy.
Okay.
But if you just pick, like, I don't know, just go to any NBA team and pick 3 people, you will get some of the ugliest dudes of all time. Or hockey. Hockey's got some weird looking dudes.
Yes. I think you should have done most hated athletes.
Oh, Christian Laettner.
That's immediately.
Has got to be number 1.
Yeah. Very hated. That sucks. But you went ugliest. Okay.
For me,
opinion.
Joakim Noah is my most hated athlete.
Okay. He'd probably be top 5.
Because I just hate looking at him.
Okay. Well, that was a very interesting list. I could see you were very passionate about it.
Yeah. Do you want to judge the attractiveness of other dudes? I'm all in.
Okay.
I'm here. But only if they make millions of dollars.
Right. So you can't just be like.
I'm not gonna go to the bar.
You can't be like, oh yeah, I saw this guy the other day at the bar. Probably blue collar, but
Look at the ass on that one.
he must work it. Okay. Well, that was unexpected.
Who did you think I was gonna name? You said you had 2.
Noah and Lamar, just because I've heard you talk about Lamar.
We have agreed, though.
Yeah, but I don't really think about it. I feel like as much as you do.
I think about it like
you
almost,
bring it up
almost
more.
daily.
You're right. You're like, man, these guys are ugly. But But hey, that's it's your thing.
That's my
Okay. I went a different route.
Okay.
I went most attractive men. No, I'm just kidding.
No way.
No, I went my top 5 most overrated things.
Just things.
Just top 5 overrated.
But it's just anything.
Pretty much anything.
Huh. Okay.
You have to know one of mine. You have to.
Okay. Go ahead.
My honorable mention is Garth Brooks. I think he's the most overrated country artist or music of all time.
Wow.
And it's hard to back that up because I think he has the most records sold or albums sold
What
ever
can I
of all
ask?
time.
What makes you say you just don't like his music or what?
I don't love his music. I think he kind of invented the poppy sound
Sure.
in country because if you actually listen to his music, he's got and Friends in Low Places. I mean, you just have heard it 1,000 times.
You sound like a hater.
Is that hating?
It sounds like a hater. That's a great song.
I think I've just heard it way too much.
You know what I don't like about Garth? His music's not on any streaming platform.
Right, like, who are you?
Like, you want to listen to Friends in Low Places, you have to listen to,
A Kids
some
Bop version.
weird, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw something that Eric Church doesn't like him either, so that was good enough for me.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. I
But
trust Eric Church.
he does have, I think he's got the number 1 most sold country album, something like that.
Okay.
So, but I think he's overrated,
Yeah.
and I think he kind of
Screw you, Garth.
is, for free by Garth.
Sweet name,
Are you
though.
a cat?
Garth?
Or Garfield?
Garthfield?
Garthfield? Girthfield?
You know, that's my porn name, is Garth Brooks. Well, I'm still waiting to be hired, but
Okay, so you're waiting.
potential.
But it's out there.
Doesn't our one firefighter friend live on Garth Brooks Place or something? It's Garth something.
It's Garth Place.
That's awesome.
It's not Garth Brooks, but I think it's Garth Avenue or
You
something.
can imagine.
Travis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was my honorable mention.
Shout out.
Shout out.
All right.
And then I'm going to give you an underrated thing, just one.
Yeah, sure. Spice it up.
I'm going to go with the fist bump.
Is underrated?
Underrated,
That felt great.
right? Shake and bake.
Easy.
I think that's I don't think we appreciate that as much as we could.
I think we could definitely appreciate it more.
Right.
I agree.
Like there should be a song.
Very minimal effort.
Effort. Don't have to wash your hands after.
Right. All knuckles.
During COVID?
Oh my God. If you could invest in the fist bump.
Right.
During
like
COVID?
mask? Yeah. You make a fortune.
Yeah.
Because that's all we were doing. We were just fisting each other.
But also nice.
Nice.
When you shake someone's hand, that's the end of it.
Right.
But if you go and fist bump someone,
Well,
you explode.
and you can mess up a handshake, and that's always the most awkward thing,
That is, yeah.
right? That's awkward. Or if you don't know, sometimes if you're
If they're gonna go for it,
have you ever seen somebody go for the fist bump and you're going handshake and then you both switch up at the same time?
and you just it's like you're playing rock paper scissors.
Yeah, but if you, you can fist bump anybody,
Sure,
girl, guy, baby,
you could fist bump a baby for sure. Way easier for a baby to fist bump than to shake your hand.
right? And you're not gonna shake hands with.
I feel like if I met if Obama somewhere was at the bar, I was like,
Fist bump?
"What's up, Obama?"
What's up, Obama?
I feel like that'd be cooler than shaking his hand.
Yeah, he's probably gotten that 1,000 times.
He's
He's
like-
shaking anybody's hand.
What's up, man?
What's up, my man?
You know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on board. Underrated.
Underrated. Okay, so now I'll get into the list here. Number 5, Hooters.
Really?
Yeah, Hooters. The restaurant.
Oh, I was like, I love owls. They got good chicken wings, don't
Those
they?
Hooters you got there. The owls.
That Hooters thing, that's just a coincidence,
That's
though.
a coincidence.
That was before we met you.
Yeah, Hooters.
Don't they have good chicken wings?
No.
They don't?
Their food, I think, sucks.
I don't know if
When's the last time you've been to a Hooters?
I don't know. Years. Maybe
Yeah.
decades.
There's a Hooters in the Redskins Stadium.
Really?
I think it's on the 3rd floor or whatever, but probably not a lot of people there because nobody goes to those games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if the food was good, that'd be one thing. But it's not. So, and you could see, I'm going to a restaurant for food. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right?
We all have the internet.
I hope Brooke is watching this.
She'll be happy for you.
Yeah. So yeah, Hooters, whatever.
Okay.
Overrated. Or it might just be right where it needs to be. I don't know.
I'll be honest. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Hooters.
I feel like when you're in middle school, you're like, oh yeah, let's
This
go to
place looks
Hooters.
cool.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
I don't even know where one is other than I think Ocean City Boardwalk.
Yeah, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you where one is.
Oh yeah. Okay. Maybe that's fair. Maybe that means they're not that good.
Right,
Because there'd be more of them.
right. There would exactly. All right, so Hooters my 5 spot.
All right.
Okay.
Number 4. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, number 4.
Starbucks. I'm out.
You are a coffee guy though.
I like
Correct.
coffee. But if I'm getting coffee, I'm getting Dunkin'. Which is
America runs
about-
on Dunkin'.
Yeah, well, exactly. Better slogan. Cheaper by about $100.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get a $9 cup of coffee,
No.
and there's 19 different sizes, and I can't just say, "Oh, I want a large."
Yeah.
That can mean 4 different things.
What's that movie with Paul Rudd? Congratulations, you're dumb in 3 languages.
Is it This Is 40?
No. It's the one where is it
Is Seth Rogen in it? Knocked Up?
I think it's Knocked Up, yeah.
No, it's
It's actually the one that doesn't mean
no, it's
large.
role models. It's role models.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. You're gonna get some sort of attitude probably from the barista if you don't address them properly. It just
Like what, their identity?
There's just
they're just different.
and then
They have a tipping jar out. Like, why am I tipping you to pour me a cup of coffee?
Yeah. Don't you get paid?
The tipping culture's gotten a little bit out of control, I would say.
Donuts at Dunkin' Donuts are way better than the donuts at Starbucks.
I didn't even know they had donuts.
At Starbucks?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
The only time I go to Starbucks is when students give me gift cards.
Okay.
Then I'm like, oh, yeah, right on.
I'm on board. I'm actually not much of a coffee guy.
Right, I know that. Yeah, but honestly, coffee.
Starbucks just doesn't look fun. Like the colors at Dunkin' Donuts make me that
Excited.
looks fun.
Yeah. I think they got good breakfast sandwiches too.
Dunkin'?
And they're always attached to a Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on
Who
your
thought of ice cream and coffee working together?
insane.
Right? I mean,
yeah,
so that's the buck.
What if you
Why is it called Star? It should be called Star a lot of bucks,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
Fist bump?
Nice.
Whatever. Don't touch me, dude.
1 star.
$1 star. And there's 0 antlers in that place.
Do they even have a slogan?
Yeah.
Also, what
We
is their
sell-
logo? It's like that weird little
Is it the
circle
Statue of Liberty?
lady thing. I don't know. It kind of looks like it, but she's got
I don't
There's
know,
like
but
a
I don't.
thing?
I feel like she's giving me attitude. when
yeah,
walk in
I
there.
agree.
You just looking at her like, Dunkin's way cooler and cheaper and better.
Yeah.
So and they only got 4 sizes. It's small. You get small, medium, large, or extra.
Yeah, I
large.
don't have to learn
I don't
Latin.
Right. There's no deciphering, Morse code, any of that.
Yeah.
So I would be Paul Rudd.
Did you ever watch that show with the redneck dudes with the really big beards? Duck Dynasty?
Duck Dynasty.
You ever seen the one where they go to Starbucks?
Uh-uh.
And they're just
Probably pissed.
what is happening? They don't know what they order, so they all accidentally order espressos, and it's like they're on crack.
Yeah.
But they're like, we don't know what we're getting.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's another thing. I feel like when you go to Starbucks, you don't know what to get.
He's like, is there anything just called a coffee?
Can I just get a coffee?
And they're like, no. They're like, you want an Americano?
Do you want sprinkles in it?
Yeah.
Do you want tater tots in it? Oh, fuck, man.
I don't know. Just tastes like I don't know.
All right, I'm cool with
Yeah,
it.
Starbucks.
Whatever.
I'd rather have 7-Eleven coffee.
Wow.
It's cheaper.
Okay.
Coffee's coffee.
I'm not a coffee guy. I would have a stronger opinion on this,
Okay.
but I support you.
Number 2.
Dude, this one just irritates the hell out of me.
Wait, that was 2?
That was 3.
Oh.
This is number 2.
What was 4? What did give me grab that?
Oh wait. Okay, hold on. So that was
Hooters was 5.
Yeah.
craft beer. No, it was not.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. So it was Hooters, Starbucks. Oh, okay, I got it.
Shark Week.
Oh, yes.
Number 3 is Shark Week. I mean, I feel like 20 years ago you get excited about it, but now it's like, oh, sharks. Sharks are awesome, no doubt.
Hey.
Sharks,
Sharks.
right? But okay, we get it. Like, the best one is, did we find Megalodon?
Every time.
Short answer, no.
Every year.
It should be one episode, 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Did we find him? No.
No, we didn't.
Okay. But you thought maybe? No.
What about, do you remember this one? Michael Phelps races a shark.
Right? They're running out of ideas.
And they were just like, I was like, oh, they're going to be in the ocean next to each other. And they
Right.
just like
But they're not.
timed Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, that shark could do it that fast.
Right. That was like probably a grab. Like, because you're thinking, like,
For sure,
you're
yeah.
thinking they're right, but it's boring. And
Michael
it's like,
Phelps was like, I'm not racing a shark.
It's like that show, remember, where the guy was going to get eaten by an anaconda?
No.
You don't
You're
remember?
talking about
Eaten alive?
Ice Cube?
No, that's the actual movie.
Oh.
It was like a nature documentary, and they were like, yeah, this guy's going to get eaten by an anaconda for science. And then he puts on like this suit,
Like a condom?
like an armor suit, and the snake doesn't even eat. It's just like, and you watch, and this happens at the very end, so you watch this entire,
And at the end, the snake's like, I'm good. I just
snake's
ate.
like, no, I can't eat that.
Snake's like, I'm on a diet.
Yeah. So it was pretty interesting. The dude's jumping into the Amazon River, he's looking for like a giant snake.
Huh?
It was pretty wild.
Wow.
But that's a whole dog.
You know what I
I'm
think?
a fan of anacondas.
Do you know the guy in the movie Anaconda with the ponytail? The
John
bad dude?
Boyd.
You know that's Angelina Jolie's dad?
I think I may have come across that at some point.
Maybe.
And he's ugly.
He is ugly, yeah. Not related. But what ruined Shark Week for me indirectly was that Mermaids documentary that the Discovery Channel came out with.
Oh no.
Do you remember that?
No.
They came out with a documentary and they aired it as a true story and advertised it as a true story. And it was like why mermaids are a thing. And it was like the evolution of humans and how like at some point they split off to be humans and mermaids.
So we were mermaids first, or
At the same, we just went different directions.
different paths?
And it was like mermaids were real. And I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That was on Shark Week.
No, it was just like on Discovery Channel.
Oh.
But they advertised it like, yeah, this is real. And then like 3 months later, they were like, yeah, we made all of that up. So then after that, I was like, I don't believe anything you guys tell me ever again.
We just should not believe anything ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like that Shark Week is always on when I'm at the beach, though. I think it's funny. It's always on during like beach weather.
I think it's funny that people get shocked when people get eat or attacked by a shark.
Yeah.
It's like breaking news: human goes into shark's habitat and somehow gets bitten.
Human versus shark. Shark wins.
Shark's gonna win. Yeah, like what do you? It's like shocking. Why are we shocked?
All right, so let me ask you this. Hypothetically, you're in the water and a shark is with you. What is the largest size shark you could fight and win? Like a 4-foot shark?
Yeah. No. You know, stronger. Well, if it's a bull shark or like a aggressive shark.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a lemon
like
shark
a great
or whatever.
white.
A great white.
A lemon.
How big is this? Whatever this big is. Great
I
white.
don't. No. They're so strong.
Tell me when to stop.
4 foot, whatever 4 feet is. Well, next time I'm in a convenience store, I'll look at where 4 feet is.
Go to the little thing they look
Yeah,
to measure robbers.
probably 4 foot.
Okay.
Now, how terrifying would that be?
I would say 4 foot 1 inch.
Is that a
me.
fear?
Sharks?
Yeah.
Every time I'm in the ocean.
Right. You have to be aware of that.
Like looking out. Like if I'm at Ocean City, I'm looking out towards whatever's on the other side, Europe. I'm like, there's sharks out there.
Did you hear? This is a rumor. I don't know who told us this. Probably sharks. That sharks are scared of dolphins.
Dolphin probably started that.
Right. Because they're smart. They're
A
smart.
shark's not
animals.
going to start that rumor. Dolphin's like, yeah, did you hear? A dolphin that was trying to get laid one
Or
time.
they're working together because they're like, oh, there's dolphins. That means sharks aren't around. I don't know.
They're caboosing.
They're in cahoots.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then they were doing the Jackass Shark Week, so they get the Jackass guys out there
Oh,
and like throw them in the
dude,
ocean.
Jackass 2, Steve-O puts a hook through his
mouth.
cheek and jumps in the English Channel.
Yes,
Not cool.
not great. Well, he was hopped up on so many drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
That he probably didn't even feel it.
For sure.
Yeah, so Shark Week, over it. Number 2. This one actually probably makes me the most angry.
Okay.
Craft beer. It infuriates me how much people. I don't know when this became like a normal thing. I feel like it's more recent than we think.
This is one that I expected you to say.
Okay, okay. I just don't understand it. Like, you're drinking a beer that tastes like a car battery. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's horrible. I've never gone to a brewery, got a craft beer, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't taste like shit. I'm saying, I do say it's horrible every time. It tastes like leather.
This is funny to me because you have, like, just in my own view, I can see 4 different Coors Light things. Like, you go to a brewery and you're like, what's the closest to Coors Light? Give me that.
Yeah, but I don't do that. You know what I do. If I have to go to a brewery and drink shitty, I pick the one that has the most
You do,
percentage in it, so I only have to drink 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's get the hell out of here.
The thing that I don't like is, like, people who make it into their personality. They're like, oh, you don't drink North Wagenary Western Galaxy hops?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Dude, I ordered the one with the cool name.
Yeah, and those people, I feel like that's all they talk about. Like, it's like a cult.
Craft beer people, I think, don't like craft beer. I think they like the words.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they're like talking about, oh yeah, this one's really hoppy. What the fuck does that mean?
Dude, when someone hands me, this is what makes me mad. When someone like who's like, oh yeah, can you recommend a beer for me? And the beer tender, I don't even like that phrase. The beer tender's like, oh yeah, this one right here, you're gonna get notes of citrus and malt and a little bit of cinnamon. And I'm like, I don't taste any of those things.
Oh really? Because it tastes like lead poisoning.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's like Dr. Pepper saying like, oh yeah, we have 26 flavors.
Yeah.
You have one flavor.
And it's horrible. The flavor is
Not
called,
Dr. Pepper. Just
not
just comparing.
Dr. Pepper.
I don't get notes of persimmon or whatever bullshit you're telling me.
No, I think they're making shit up once again.
It just tastes like
It's horrible.
whatever.
And that's all those people talk about. And then they're like, and they have a look. I feel
The
like
people?
Yes. Craft beer people have a look.
I think if we went into downtown Frederick and just like sat there, I could tell you which people brew their own beer with 99% accuracy.
Is that a thing? A lot of people do that?
Brew home beer? Those people
I'm
do.
saying a lot of
If you had a dude with one of those like thin hats that like limo drivers wear and like a pencil-y mustache,
facial hair is a giveaway.
but like a thin, not like a cool one like us.
Okay.
Like
You have to
a
draw it for me.
like a more like a thin, almost like a villain, like a villainous mustache,
Like
and
a-
like a dumb hat.
Diversity.
That guy brews his own beer.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just picturing beard, flannel. Even though I love flannels. Flannels are awesome, but they're always wearing a
So
flannel.
far, you just described me.
Right. Probably a diabetic. Yeah, they just, it's all they talk about. And I'm just like, dude, shut the hell up. This beer sucks.
Now that being said,
I don't mind going to breweries. I think the atmosphere of breweries are cool. Like they're always like fun places to go. Well, why can't we just have that same atmosphere but with beer that doesn't suck?
so why don't you just start a brewery and just make better beer?
Or just sell domestic beer.
That's called a bar.
All right, well, let's make one of those.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that one actually gets. You probably see it. My blood boils every time. Oh, we're going to a fuck. Like I'll bring my own beer. I'll bring a cooler of Coors Light. Oh my! I won't. Yeah.
That was 2?
That was my 2 spot.
Okay.
Like tomorrow, we're doing a happy hour with work.
You're already mad.
And of course, brewer or what's it called? The social something.
Oh, Frederick Social?
Yeah.
They might have cheap beer there, though.
I don't care about the price.
Oh, well, I
But I'm
mean,
just
like,
like-
you're kind of.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll be at Bushwallers.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll
I'm going to go slam
walking.
7 Coors Lights.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, number one. You have to know what my number one is. You have to know.
What is it?
You just take.
I don't.
What do I hate more than like? And I always talk shit about it.
I feel like that's like a lot of things. Honestly, the thing that popped in my head first is like buying flowers. I feel like you're like, this was stupid.
Okay.
Once you say it, I'm going to be like, oh, I got it.
Buying flowers.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely.
It just seems like maybe that's my thing.
Man, it might be your thing.
Okay.
I agree. I wouldn't even say it's overrated. I would just say it's dumb.
Okay.
They last what, 3 days?
They just die.
And
Yeah.
you throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
Cool.
What?
Starts with a B. Come on.
Baloney.
Brunch.
Oh,
How did
I
you
do not agree with you on this one.
I know you don't, but you had to know. How'd you not know that was on my
Get
brunch? To me is the most overrated, hyped up thing
What do you not like about brunch?
of all time. It's just I'm gonna wake up super hungover, go sit at some bullshit fancy restaurant. They're gonna give me a mimosa that's 95% orange juice and 5% champagne. So I'm drinking pretty much a sugar drink. Not gonna help my hangover. Bloody Marys suck. Enjoy your ketchup drink.
Not a Bloody Mary guy.
Um,
They're weird.
I love breakfast, but I can just go and eat breakfast. Okay. You're gonna pay all you can drink mimosas for $48. And you're only gonna get really probably
Okay, so
Two
let me
drinks
ask
out
you
of that.
this: if you woke up at like 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday after a weekend of drinking, and I
well,
was
first
like
of all Sunday, so I'm out.
Saturday,
Okay.
and I was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Waffle House?" How would you feel?
I might go.
That's just breakfast. There's no lunch.
Yeah, breakfast
Just
is
a burr.
fine. Breakfast is fine.
I feel like you
I'm
had-
going to say breakfast is overrated.
I think you had one bad brunch experience, and you're just like,
It's overrated. It's the most overrated thing we people. Like, I don't know why.
I don't know if I've ever seen you at a brunch. Maybe once.
Maybe once. I went out one time. It was
I
the.
think- Was it
and no,
Brews
I went
Alley?
back to your house. And it was the. It was Daytona. It was, remember, and I passed out your house. I was trying to get it. I was trying to get you the app,
Yeah.
and Tyler had to drop me home.
You don't like brunch because it's associated with Sundays.
I think it is associated with Sunday.
That's why you don't like brunch.
Yeah, but I also just explained 6 other things why it's overrated.
You like the first 2 letters. You like the burr. You just don't like the unch.
Sure.
So this place that I was at this past weekend did $5 all you can drink mimosas. Does that make it better?
Where was that?
It
Oh,
was
in South Carolina. $5
$5 all you can drink. Shack does $10 all you can drink.
mimosas.
Yeah.
Okay, and they orange juice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you agree with me? It's an orange juice pretty much,
I am a diabetic, so I do not partake in
with
the
a
mimosas.
splash of champagne, which doesn't get you buzzed at all.
I think I've seen some people come back from there and be.
I'm sure.
I think what
Usually
I
women.
like about brunch,
I think brunch is a woman thing. Is that wrong to say?
I feel like that is not wrong to say. I feel like chicks are way more into brunch.
100%.
I love
Maybe-
breakfast food,
Okay.
but I also feel like at brunch you get like menu items that like you wouldn't see if the place was like, oh, we're gonna serve breakfast. Yeah, okay, we have eggs and toast or whatever. But if it's brunch, they're like, oh, we have this chili lime fucking scrambled egg thing, whatever. I feel like you just get cooler things.
With hollandaise sauce, and by
Yeah.
the way, that's $87.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's definitely me. And I've stood on that
You've been an anti-brunch guy for years. Yeah, that's correct.
forever. Everybody gets so mad. I'm like, it's just not my thing.
That's fair. You've stuck by your guns. No, yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, there you go.
Does anything
pop in your head.
when you think overrated?
Most overrated things.
Yeah, just name me one.
Most
First thing that pops in your head.
March Madness, which is not true. I don't mean that. You just said first thing that pops in my head. That's what popped in my
And
head.
that's what you thought of?
For most overrated, I'd say
That's a terrible
NBA.
answer. Huh?
NBA is a league. I don't like the NBA.
Okay.
Not a basketball guy.
Okay.
OnlyFans? There's like 10 billion free sites.
What's that?
That's this place you can go and
I think it's crazy.
market things.
I think that's insane. You can sell feet pics.
That whole genre of paying for that stuff, I'm going to say overrated.
Maybe we're just getting old and we're not
With the times, but
Maybe I just haven't found a good one.
I think I just hate a lot of things. Definitely influencer crap. That fact that you can be famous from TikTok.
Yeah.
It makes me.
If I could
Are
say
we angry old men type syndrome?
Oh, are we there?
I'm probably there.
Back in my day.
Like
Like,
when
that was like a year ago.
When
Dude.
I go to the Spring Ridge pool and I see high schoolers,
Are you pissed?
I go away. I go away from them.
Wow.
So maybe
You got a long way to go.
30.
You're 30?
You figure I'm not
You're gonna be
making it
cranky
past
for
60.
No, but that's 30 more years to be cranky and lame.
I don't know, I'm cranky. Some things make me cranky.
Can I
But
throw
I
out
think
an
I-
underrated
I
thing?
think simple things. I enjoy simple things. An underrated?
The band 311.
That's a great band.
Love 311.
Amber's one of my favorite songs.
I've been listening
of all
to
time.
All Mixed Up
Great
this
song.
week,
Great song.
which I didn't have on my Spotify.
Reminds me of a day drink weather
It is
type song.
It is on the playlist for the next party, which we will need to discuss at the next episode.
Yeah.
I think maybe we incorporate that.
I think we live stream it.
One of the most iconic American sporting events of all time is coming up. April 6th, WrestleMania. Watch out.
The boys are back in town.
We're doing a WrestleMania party. We will discuss more.
when the time comes.
Yeah, it's still a little while away.
All right, so interesting episode here.
Yeah. Missed FaceTime and text from
Oh, don't worry about that.
So,
All right. All right.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. If you're there,
Join us on the next episode where we talk about whatever we want to talk about.
what episode was this? 15?
Dude, I don't know. I stopped counting.
It's gotta be.
It's between 10 and 20.
Fair enough.
We'll count next time.
Yeah. All right.
Hawaiians are back.
Back in black.
Back in. No, this is blue.
Hit the sack.
Blue and white.
Your mama's going on. Peace.
Bye. Oh, my butt hurts.
I have the shit so bad.
Dude, I always have to poop after these.